Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this brand new day. Hokey smokes, it is indeed a brand new day. I have had 2 appointments this morning, and I've got to talk about this one first off, because about 10 o'clock last night, smoke alarm went off. That was bad, but it was once from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. 2:30, 3, 3:30, 4. Smoke alarm going off again. They're going to be coming in later with a air compressor thing. They're going to take those down. They're going to blow them out. And hopefully that'll help. My cottage mates, because there's 4 apartments in each cottage, we're kind of linked. If mine goes off, his goes off. If his goes off, mine goes off. While I was at my appointments, they took his down and they found, like spider web stuff and a dead gnat inside, which, summer we had. So that's not unexpected. That can set it off. So they're going to come by and blow junk out of mine. Hopefully that will help. Now, my 2 appointments today, one was physical therapy for up here, and it's rough doing physical therapy because I've done a bunch of guarding because of my issues with my nerve compression, and that's bad. You need to move your muscles or they're going to get tight, and so they're tight and they hurt because of that. And so I've been going through physical therapy to try and work on that. One of the things that he was doing was smushing of the muscles and pulling on stuff to try and help things relax. Now I'm going to have to continue to take it easy for the rest of the day because of that, because nerve compression, not happy. But it's stuff that has to be done. So I got that done. Second thing that I had to go off for immediately afterward was bonk into my microphone thing there. Sorry about that. Was to check on, talk about my heel and my issues with that. Now, I talked to the nurse who was checking me into the office there about what happened on Friday night. And so he came in and was very concerned and wanted to make sure that nothing horrible had happened, like, ripping loose a tendon or such. But no, it's okay that way. Now, they did also take x-rays. And I got to take a look at what was going on there. 2 of the 3 shots that they took, you can't really see anything. The side view, you can see the bone spurs. And there's a nasty one, right in the back. But that is indeed where the Achilles tendon attaches. Now, if you don't want this to happen as you get older, here's something that you'll want to do. Stretch. Because one of the reasons that this could be, now, exacerbate, because I've had this since I was 10. Which means it happened even before I was 10 years old. But what can make it worse is my muscles through there are tight, and that pulls on the bone. Your bone is not just made out of rock and never changes. Your bone is like every other tissue in your body, and it reacts to stress. If you give your bone stressors, it's gonna bulk up. If you pull on the bone where your tendon's supposed to be, bone's gonna build up. And so bone has built up right where everything scrapes over the top of it. Stretch. That is one of the things that he told me most important to do, and he wants me to do aggressively. He said, take whatever you think is overdoing your stretching and then triple that. Stretch. Now, one of the things we can do, because I don't want to go through surgery for it, because they have to cut your foot open unhook your tendon, shave it down, and then rehook the tendon to the bone. No, thank you. But if it gets really bad to the point where I can't walk at all, they can put an immobilizing boot on that foot. If I can avoid even that, then I'll try to avoid even that. But it was a good talk. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about this, that, and the other, all about the heel and the things to do. I've got lists of exercises and stretches, and I'm going to be doing that. So that's good. The amazing part is, but still, my foot, while it's bad, my foot right now feels really warm because of the walking that I've had to do today and the scraping of the tendons and such over that bone spur. So I can't remember what I was going to say on that. God, I hate having ADHD. Now, I'm sure the effects of my having been an active alcoholic for way too many years, up until the year 2000, I'm sure that just makes the problem worse. Because I did damage my body through my use of alcohol. So, it does damage your brain. Speaking of damaging your brain, this is important, especially as you get older. Here's one of the things that I am mega careful about, and I am going to head right down to the hospital if I ever smack my head. Because so many people in the news, primarily celebrities, yes, but not always, where they, at the autopsy, find out where the person smacked their head. Took a fall, bunk, and then because they didn't go to the hospital, they died. Now, one of the biggest reasons for this is, remember, this happens too when you're younger, but the reason your brain gets damaged inside of your skull is, of course, when you come to an abrupt halt, your brain is still moving, and it can wham up against the side of the inside of your skull. The really bad part about that is, as you get older, your skin cell, not your skin cells, not just your skin cells, all of the cells in your body slowly age and die. Apoptosis. It just means cell death. It's designed into every single cell. But what happens is, as your DNA divides, there's this stuff at the end, telomeres. And each time your cells divide, they get cut in half. And when there's none left, then your cells don't divide anymore and they die. That's why your skin gets thinner as you get older. That's why it gets hard to build up muscle as you get older, because you're losing cells. That happens in here too. You're losing brain cells at an alarming rate. And as your brain shrinks, there's a lot more space for it to move. There's no air or anything. Your brain floats in a vast pool of cerebrospinal fluid. But there's more room in there because your brain is smaller. And so when you smack your head, there's more room for it to move. And it's not just floating in there attached to nothing. There are several layers of, it's not really connective tissue, but it effectively works as that. It helps cushion your brain and hold it in place. And when your brain goes slamming up against the side of something because you smacked your head, well, number one, it's going to bruise because it hits the side and swell. And then it's also going to tear a lot of those connections as it bangs inside of your skull. So you've got swelling and you've got possible bleeding. If you are over the age of 40 and you smack your head, well, if you ever lose consciousness, head to the hospital. If you smack your head, knock yourself out, you get to the hospital right now. If you smack your head and you don't go, unconscious, and you're over 40, head to the hospital. It's not worth dying over. So just as a thing, I have taken a lot of falls. I'm a terrible fall risk, but I am paranoid of hitting my head. Every time I have gone down, I tuck my head, and I do my darndest to flip and land on my back. Luckily, I haven't, except in here, fallen lately. But even at that, I made sure to protect my cranium as best I can. So, just a PSA there. Checking the time. Past that, I really haven't had much. As I've mentioned yesterday, pain is exhausting, and the amount of pain I've been feeling, even with my heel feeling better, the amount of pain I've been going through over the past couple months has just been a lot more than normal. And because of that, it is exhausting, and I am exhausted. And with my insomnia, have I mentioned that part? With this going off, I was having trouble sleeping before the fire alarm went off. I keep calling it that. Smoke alarm went off. And even without that, I was still awake, half asleep, not asleep. Sucks. Blows chunks. Now, though, bonk up against my microphone stand again. I'm sorry that's so loud if it gets loud. I mean, my actual mic itself is sitting in one of those little shock cradle things, so hopefully it might not make that much noise. I still want to do a whole bunch of various videos, not just like, I want to do all sorts of those Doom mods. I love Doom mods, especially that's so easy with the GZ engine. All mods now basically come in a PK3 format. PK3 is, they called them WAD files in the beginning and all that, but it was just, if you changed WAD to zip, any unzipper, unarchiver would take a look at it. They're just compressed file formats, but they just take all of that and stuff it into one file format that you just drop on top of GZ Doom, and it does the rest. GZ Doom is an amazing engine. Plus, they use it to do all sorts of other games. I mean, I like the game Sulaco. It's a hard game, filled with an amazing amount of interactivity, like back in the Duke Nukem stuff, except even more so. And it's all just through the GZ Doom engine. Thumbs up for that. But yeah, I am trying to take care of myself. I am doing my best I can. I'm playing things as best I can. Right now, because of the pain issues and all this, it is really hard for me to concentrate. I am super flighty, going from thing to thing to thing. It's taking a little longer to get my head together so I can do reactions than I would like. They are coming up. I want to do game stuff. Just, it's largely for me, and because I want to share it. I mean, I watch some of these other channels where they talk about, oh, dead channels, and, you know, when they have under 200 views, and yeah. But then I already have known for years it's basically a dead and dying channel. But I do have a reaction channel. I do have that game channel. So, thumbs up. And will I actually do anything with them? Resurrect them from the dead? Hard to say, since I do want to do the reaction and gaming stuff. Thumbs up. Everybody needs something to do. And even though I only get between 100 and 200 views on the video, you know, that's a few people, and that's worth it right there. Even at the viewership I have now, I have gotten comments that have showed me I have still the capability of changing lives for the positive. And because of that, I will keep going. Plus, habit, routine, structure. Making videos has been a pillar of my recovery from grief for the past 10 years. It's still helping me do that. This is the reason that I started the channel. Not fame and fortune, but to not die from grief and mourning. and it has worked. I wanted to keep doing so. So thumbs up. Anyway, though, if you could share, comment, like, and subscribe, that would be very cool. Hey, blatant farming engagement, that's awesome. And making sure to share, of course, only with people that you think would like watching an old man yammer on incomprehensibly about thoroughly inane subjects. Very cool if you do so. And if you're a Patreon patron, thumbs up and thank you. You are beautiful and awesome. Truly, truly. You help me out. You take me from a badly hurting monkey to a not quite so badly hurting monkey. It's appreciated to no end. I am just being driven crazy by bonking into the pop shield and such on my microphone. Yay on that. If you've left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you. You two are beautiful and awesome. I read as many comments as YouTube shows me. I thumbs up and heart as many as YouTube will allow. I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. So if you've watched this far, I actually brought something over, but now I can't remember where I put it. So unless I don't knock anything over, if you could write heel cups into the comment section for, once again, blatant engagement farming, that would be very, very cool. I'll leave it up there a little bit higher. Woo. That would be very, very cool. Greatly appreciated. Not many people actually do that sort of thing, but even if only one person does, then I'm going to keep it up because I think it's funny and silly. So thumbs up and thank you. Whether or not you actually engage, thumbs up and thank you. Well, again, I'm going to take care of myself and do what I can do. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. And if not, again, please do not beat yourself up. It does not help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. Check over there. Make sure I've got my monitor's over there. I got the webcam here because I unwound it a bit from various things so I could stretch it out into the world further. So, thumbs up. I can't remember what I was going to say about that, but now you know that it is. Anyway, wind my hand through all the cables and stuff. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all later.